I'm still showing a visual on my Flash Media Player. Okay, I'm seeing it again. Oh, okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm back. Now, what I've got here is, I might have touched something here, guys. What I've got here is just a plastic cup. It's just a Halloween cup. Nothing really overly special, except that the level of detail is phenomenal. I am extremely happy. Like, look at the teeth and the bone structure around the teeth and the eyes. It's very sharp. It's very sharp. Now, that's what I look for when I dry brush. So, my goal, my intention, is to do an entire undead dungeon where these function as the pillars. And I will have stairways going from ground floor. I'll probably have decks. This will probably be right on the actual surface of the table. Then I'll probably have half-inch tall dungeon floors and or hallways. And then I want to have staircases that go up to a secondary floor of basically decks and bridges. And I want to have these bad boys as my pillars. So I picked up about 20 of these, and it should be enough to, sometimes I think about, did I get enough? Because, I mean, 4 of these are needed for 4 corners of a room. Also, at least 2 of them are needed for a hallway. So there might be some things that I might do with this, that I might have some additional just regular pillars that go alongside and make these in the most structurally interesting or visually interesting areas, and then have less interesting pillars holding them up. The nice thing about it's about 7 inches tall, the nice thing about that is it gives you plenty of room to reach underneath it if you need to manipulate something. Some people's bridges in their dungeons, they're absolutely beautiful. They're just not quite as player friendly. The nice thing about this is that this is a lot more player friendly than most, simply because, like I said, it's a little over 7 inches tall. Now, sticking to our theme, there's a place up north called JC's Liquidators, and they're not very good anymore, but I would say about 4 to 5 years ago, they were extremely good. They had a lot of resin dragons, they had a lot of just really cool stuff, and super, super cheap. And while I was up there, I ran across this bad boy. It has a working light on the inside. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got an actual, like LED light on the inside. It's got 4 absolutely gorgeous gargoyles, and if you look at the eyes are painted like orange and yellow, which is the same colors as the flame on the inside. It's got beautiful Gothic pillars and architecture. It's even got trim work along the upper edges here that is absolutely phenomenal. It's reflected both on the bottom and the top. Just a beautiful piece. It uses looks like a couple of double A's in the bottom. So hopefully I don't lose this. But yeah, for what it's worth, there it is. Just a beautiful piece. Now, I mean, you want a summoning deck that looks 10 times, well, I shouldn't say 10 times better. I think it looks 10 times better than the GW one. This is what you want. It's just, like I said, it's gorgeous. I was planning on making this part of like a massive undead mansion or castle even. Maybe something in the center courtyard if you wanted to. Or this could be a wonderful tower. You could run pillars coming off of the corners, make this even larger, build it up. This is just a phenomenal centerpiece to a game. Really is just something of beauty. And I can't remember what it ran me, but it was on like a clearance. I'm guessing it probably ran about somewhere between 15 and 25 bucks. And I think it's 25 bucks for one of those one of the GW summoning pillars anyways, so you know, pretty stinking cool. It certainly would work well with this. Like, this is something I would totally use. This is something I would totally use in conjunction with this. Like, this would probably end up being like the highest room in the dungeon. This would probably be like the third floor. And then these would function as my secondary floors, and then I would have my regular floors underneath it. And I would just build an entire dungeon around these two pieces here. This would be my centerpiece. Like I said, I got about 20 of these. So, the other thing you can get tons of this time of year, let me run and get it. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. I can't have everything on tap. There are bags of skulls that you can get. They vary in quality. What you want to look is you want to look at the detail layer. Yes, you can totally do that. As a matter of fact, plaster, lower grade plaster, is very easy to do sculpting on. Case in point, if you do, like, for instance, I brought a couple of skulls out that I picked up. Picked this one up for $3. Picked this one up for $3.50. These are just gorgeous, gorgeous skulls. I believe they're resin. They've got a hole in them, so it's not a solid chunk of resin, but plenty freaking strong. Again, very easy to dry brush. Even in the eyes, they've done some scraping and whatnot. Really, just really cool. So these are things that you can utilize if you wanted to get kind of decorative. Let's see if I can do this without a million bricks falling everywhere. Obviously, this is a bit narrow, but you could Hurst Arts up your pieces. Your archways would work really well. If you had like a series of corner pieces and archways from the window set in Fieldstone, they'd make great supports. Also, in between all of those arches, you can use your LED as a brazier, which gives it a really kind of a neat look. Other ways that you can use braziers that are probably more visually impressive is to have your brazier in front of something. What I would probably do is I would probably use something at an angle because I'd want to have the light hitting it. But if you can design something structurally where the brazier is here and the face is there, it makes just an incredible, cool looking piece. I mean, absolutely looks fearful. Because the light will underlight everything, which just gives things a demonic look. It's fantastic. Really is a dramatic look about it. Yeah, Celtic knotwork always looks cool. If you're interested in Celtic knot work, look up press molds, look up cooking molds, and soap molds. Let me give you some examples of some other Celtic knot work that I have on hand since you brought that up. These are 5 pieces of Celtic knot work that I really like. And you'll probably find all of these on eBay under one of those search titles. This one's really nice. It's very squared off, so it's very dwarven. It's got a very neat feel to it. This is more hex shaped, which can really, depending on the game system that you play, this can actually function as a base to your figures. If you wanted to do something along those lines. Let me get a little bit closer so you can see the detail work on it. I've got a bit of a delay, and I'm trying to see if you can actually see it. Yeah, you can. Good. Okay. Another one. This one is kind of minimalistic, but if you were to dry brush it up, it would work out really well. This is getting a little bit more organic in shape. It's got the curves in it, which can lend itself well to Elven as well. And then, pardon me, then we've got this piece, which is completely round. These can look incredible. Some of the things that people don't necessarily consider is when they do like big dwarven pillars, they don't do any detailing on the top of it because it's seen basically as going up into the cave roof or whatnot. If you put something like this on the top of that, it can really make that pillar pop visually. And then just one more of these bad boys. That's also a Celtic knot style. So, and these also work really well with the Hearst Arts pieces. I mean, they all look like stone, and the rough stone look, along with the much more refined, chiseled look, you can make some really slick stuff. These might even be the right diameter. Let me just really quick check this for you guys, because if it works, some of you might want to try this. What I'm doing is I'm basically checking something, not only for myself but for you guys, and that is, would one of these bad boys fit inside of one of these pieces? There you are. I will be really happy if that's the case, because I really like the look of these. Now they're a bit big. This smaller one, possibly not quite, but some cool things that you can do. All right, so even though it doesn't fit inside of it, you can make this into a really cool dungeon entrance. You know what I'm saying? You can lay down a piece of hardboard. You can paint this like light gray going into blackness. If you're particularly talented, you can even start off with light gray going into dark, going into blackness, so it looks like there's a stairway going down into it. And the characters have to literally push this off to go down. So there's a lot of cool things that you can do by mixing and matching your Hearst Arts pieces and your other set pieces. Let's see. X-shaped slot base. Stargate, anyone? Yeah. Any questions, any comments, thoughts on what's going on? Uh, Anything you guys want to see me, should I run and get something else? I'm looking at other things I might have around here. Well, leading to a cave. I like that. Yeah, it's so hard to get characters to commit, especially if it goes beyond that 50-foot rope. You know, it seems to be like the 50-foot rope is the measurement of their not heroism so much, but is their you know, basically how heroic they're going to be. If they got to go farther than that 50 foot, do I really want to do it? You know, so that's really cool. People who are in here that are really into role playing games, check out DM Scotty. He does amazing stuff. I'm a huge fan of his work. Anything else? I can't think of anything off the top of my head that I wouldn't have to do some fairly serious digging to find. Oh, one last thing that you can do. One last thing you can do that is a Halloweeny kind of thing. Be right back. What would Halloween be without body piles? I'll show you a real quick way on how to do it. Okay. What you're looking at is Sculpey. This has got pointy bits that I did press imprints into, and once they get hard, I'll usually take a razor blade, kind of slip it underneath the lip of it, and pull it out. You can usually get a couple of different pulls before you've actually affected the actual clay. This is a bakeable clay. It's oil injected. It will not harden until it reaches 215 degrees, I believe, which makes it the most amazing imprint mold making material I think I've ever worked with. It's amazing stuff, really amazing stuff. So you want to do body piles, maybe bone piles, maybe just, you know, zombie piles, whatever. What you want to do is you want to take a piece of this stuff, fairly thick piece. You're going to want to press kind of a bowl imprint on the inside of it. Then you can take skeletons, zombies, whatever bits you want to do. Start impressing it into the shape of that bowl. What you want to do is you want to make imprints so that you don't see any flat areas where you pressed it out with Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit, by the way, not Celsius, Fahrenheit. You'll have to Google whatever the conversion is for that, and just read it on the box. It'll say on the box. It's called Sculpey. I have no idea how to spell it, but Sculpey is how it's pronounced. Just spell it phonetically. I'm sure you'll get it in a couple of checks. Anyways, the main thing you want to do is you want to hit all of your flat areas on the inside of that bowl. And then all you do is pour in plaster and then just pop it out. Now you're not going to have any negative imprints, so it's going to be like a press mold. But it gives you awesome body piles. I've used them in... for like Tyranid, I've used like bug piles. Not so much for Tyranids, but for Starship Trooper. I took Starship Trooper bits and just pressed them in various angles and various bits. Makes very convincing body piles that either your troopers or your bugs can hide behind. Makes for really nice battle scenes. So probably the best note I could end on for Halloween would be body piles. Sculpey, thank you so much, Mystics. Mystics is incredible, isn't he, guys? Everybody give him a round of applause here. He is amazing. Spud! Yeah, we miss you too, man. Awesome, awesome. We got incredible people here today. We got Greenleaf, we got Spud. Amazing, 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 amazing. So, anyways, do you guys have any other questions? Anything I can kind of enlighten you on for your vampire count / Halloween? Ah, thank you so much. Yes, Brother Spud. Very cool. Anything at all? But another thought of just going away is how you can build a table. If you can get your foam relatively cheap, get your paint relatively cheap. I usually buy it by the gallon. It's hard to get cheaper than that unless you're going with 5 gallons. If you're willing to spend, I don't know. Like I said in this case, let's say it was probably between 15. I got this on clearance. If you get it between, say, 15, 25, we'll call it $20. So let's say I spent $20 on this as my centerpiece, and I spent another $20 on 20 of these cups. You can make the most incredible looking gaming table for like $40. And with the price of some of the Army box sets out there, or formation sets out there, if you're willing to do the work, will you adopt me? I don't know. Will you make terrain in my basement? Yeah. If you're willing to, make a relative, what I would call a modest investment. If this thing turns out to be a quarter as cool as I think it's going to be, this thing would easily be worth hundreds and hundreds of dollars when compared with things like Dwarven Forge. We'll send you a plane ticket. We can have chilling wargamers on both sides of the pond. How about that? But yeah, so as a terrain maker, sometimes, like I said, I am very, very cheap. I do not like spending hardly any money at all. But when there is a long-term, it's a magic mushrooms. As long as if I see a table out there that is going to be absolutely unbelievably cool, I'm willing to spend up to about $50. $50 is usually about the maximum that I'm willing to drop to get like the core pieces of a terrain set. And I'm talking about a set that will take literally months to make. Some people, they will drop, $50 a week on a new army that they're starting. Get 1 or 2 box sets or something. If you're willing to put yourself back a week, you can make some just incredible tables. So, hope I inspired you guys to see what possibilities are out there. Terrain is something that can pay you back in spades, especially if you find the right buyer on like eBay. So just different things to think about. Any other further questions from you guys that I can answer, or hopefully point you in the direction of either materials, tools, or techniques? Anybody out there? We're pretty much down to our last minute anyways. Everybody give a thank you to Mystics, and say hi to Spud. Spud's amazing. My brother from another country. I know that doesn't even come close to rhyming. But that's a great thing about the internet. we're always just a couple clicks away from each other. Pretty awesome. So, okay, I'm not seeing anything in the comments section, guys. So, hope this inspired you guys, gave you guys ideas, and most importantly, just gets you thinking differently. Um, Sometimes it's not how much money you've got in your pocket. It's what you're able to see that others don't. So, I think mine's a combination of the two. I'm a bit of a cheapskate, and it inspires me to be a little bit more creative if it can save me a couple bucks. Uh... All right. Oh, by the way, Mystics, my wife could not find the program for saving these shows. Could you email her either a how to do it, or at least a link that'll get her there to show her what to do? That'd be totally awesome. She will be home tonight if you want to give her a call later on, say around 9 o'clock tonight. I'd really appreciate it. And just say hi to everybody in the community for me. So, love you guys, and I guess I'm signing off. Take care. Love you guys. Thank you very much, Mystics.